So this might be a short update, but I've said that before and been wrong. So let's just see where we end up. This one's had its wet finish. This is the side with the warp floats. Now, when I was warping this up, I wasn't planning to do any floats or pick up stick or anything with this. But then when I looked at the texture, so there's a little example of the texture there. Have some texture. You are welcome. I didn't want to lose too much of that by doing a plain weave, and it could have sort of vanished a bit in the weave. So I thought, well, we'll put some floats in. Forgot how to say floats then, but nobody noticed. We're fine. So I've done alternating 3. So I've got 3 on that side, then 3 there, then 3 there, then 3 there. I'm not going to point at all of them. You can extrapolate from the data given. And that's how that's come out, basically. But then the other side has done something interesting that I'm going to pretend I knew was going to happen and that I planned for. So for this side, we've got the warp floats, and in order to have the warp floats, you need weft floats. The weft is the side to side. And the weft floats have made kind of a bit of an optical illusion, but not really. Did I explain that well? I don't even need to show you, I've explained it so well. Have a look at that. So you can see, hopefully, because I haven't got enough arms for this. Can you get genetic modification just for YouTube? I don't know. So I've got the 3 and then the 3 and then the 3 and then the 3, extrapolate as needed. And what that's done is made little more intense patches of the colour. So it looks like I've been really clever in a way that I really wasn't. I fluked it. That's partly because the floats pull together when you wet finish, and that makes the colour more intense. It's less faded out. Faded out's the wrong word, but it's less impacted. There we go. It's less impacted by the warp, so the colour is more intense. And partly because with a float like this, the weave structure behind it is more loose, so it can move around and shift. So these colours extend right across the width, but they look just more intense under the floats. I did that on purpose, and I completely planned for it. I'll show you the length. Really pleased with this one. Oh, look how good that looks. Oh, I'm so clever in a way that is not lucky. Wasn't pure luck. Anyway, this has come out really well. It's kind of longer than I was expecting it to be, but that is what I'm doing this year, apparently. Very long scarves. So I'm going to show you that quite badly and quite quickly. Now, last week I had on the loom the black and white, on the big loom, I had the black and white and grey monochrome. Would be easier. Be easier to say monochrome. Now, not only is this off the loom, it has been wet finished and it has been pressed. Thank you. So I'm going to try and get back a little bit. I don't mean to give away my secrets, but there's quite a lot of crap on the floor behind me. So I'm just going to shuffle back as far as I can and show you, am I in shot? I cannot tell. Yes, mostly. There I am. So I'm really pleased with how this has come out. All I can see is the back of this. Oh, I can see the viewfinder. It's fine. Oh, I'm holding it up so well. Really pleased with that. It's sort of a nice, almost an optical illusion again, in the sense that it isn't, but it could be. So I'm pleased with that. Really, really pleased with that. And I did just sit down and do this because it's a nice chunky yarn and it wove up quite quickly. And sometimes you just want something that's going to weave up quite quickly. And when I was weaving it, because it is a chunky yarn, the set, or the balance, I suppose, the set is how many threads you have per inch. It was a little bit more open on the weft because it's a chunky yarn and the warp yarn wasn't able to kind of hug it. I don't know at what point in that sentence I stopped knowing what I was talking about, but I'll watch it back and find out for you. So anyway, it was a little bit more open on the loom, as is often the case. So it has closed in and bloomed beautifully. That is the Merino Magic in the warp for the black and the white, and then the Patons Sierra Chunky for the weft that I do have 2 balls of, and I used exactly 1 ball, and I've just glanced down to get the label off the other one, and I'm going to have to find something to do with that because I am technically working from stash. But that one is done and I'm really pleased with it, and it's quite big and it's a proper wrap size, and I like that sort of shifting grey. Now the little loom, the clasped, I'm still not good at saying that, the clasped weft is still on there, but I'll show you how that's looking. It's looking much like that. So we're getting a little bit more into the neon colours, although there is that sort of not quite a neon, or not quite a colour, but that is progressing quite slowly. It's getting there. It's not really, I haven't done that much on it, but eventually it will get there. So that's how that's looking. I haven't finished that or taken it off the loom. So the other thing I've been doing this week is planning. If you follow me on Mastodon, and you should, I'm very boring. you will know that I have bought a frog pattern that I'm a little bit too excited about. So I bought the frog pattern early last week and then ordered the fabric, the eyes and the joints. It's a jointed frog pattern, which is why I'm very excited about it. And then Easter kind of got in the way because we had the 4-day weekend, no postal deliveries, nothing moving in the package arena, warehouse arena, I don't know. I assume the posties have to fight. Anyway, so everything arrived today except for the joints, so I'm still waiting for the bare joints so that I can put that in the frog. Don't really know where I was going with that sentence. Anyway, we'll move on. So I'm waiting on the joints. They were shipped today because Easter. So hopefully by next week I will have made my frog that I'm very excited about. The other thing I've been working on is the Moors bags. I have been making some Moors bags. Hey, I've got one over here, look. Here's one I prepared earlier. This one I just found on the table that I hadn't finished sewing. There's the label. So I'm trying to get through the fabric and I'm trying to sort out the fabric and I'm trying to sort out my table because half of it is clear and the other half is not. So I'm trying to get through the fabric and get a bit of space to put other stuff, essentially. Now, third and final thing that I'm working on, I'm going over here and now I'm back. You're welcome. I am updating the shop. Did you know I have a shop? Probably not. I very rarely mention it. I find it a bit cringe to say, hey guys, I have a shop. So I do have a shop. And I haven't updated it since, I think, April last year, May last year, perhaps. I think it's about 11 months. It's nearly a year since I've updated it. So yesterday I took a load of photographs of all the weavings that have yet to be listed. And I am editing those photographs and getting them ready to upload into the shop. I will put a post in the community tab when everything's uploaded. Don't feel that you should buy something. I'm only shipping to Australia anyway, so sorry rest of the world. It's just I haven't got the mental capacity for customs forms at the moment. One day when everything's calmed down I will have the mental space to fill out a customs form, but for right now I'm afraid I don't. It is just Australia only. But don't feel compelled. It is a good way to have a good look at the photos of the weavings and see them a bit more clearly than me waving them at you on camera. Don't feel that you should buy something unless you actually want to buy it. I don't weave to sell specifically. I weave to weave because I love the process of weaving, everything except for twisting fringes. So I weave because I love to weave. I love to play with yarn. But then I've got all this stuff that I've woven that I don't need. Some of it I give away, some of it I sell, some of it I hang on to. But that's what the shop's for. I feel like I'm defending myself for having a little shop that very few people know about because I never mention it. So maybe by the end of the week, there'll be a post in the community tab. I assume you know where that is. I can never find it, but hopefully you can. But that is it. That's all I have for you. I'm looking at the sewing machine and it's looking at me. So I'm going to go and sew some more bags once I've got this uploaded. You take care of yourself. Have a lovely rest of your week. And I will see you next time with a frog, hopefully. Bye for now.